In 2018, on a very popular dating show in China, a sheep farm owner worth 400 million yuan came on stage to look for true love. When he first appeared, he didn't reveal his real net worth in advance. Instead, he introduced himself modestly. "Hello to all the ladies on stage, hello everyone. I'm from a rural village in Hunan and I'm a sheep farmer. The villagers nearby all call me the Sheep King. Right now, I'm raising sheep back home. The market has been decent these past 3 years and my annual income is about 150,000 yuan. But whatever money I make, I reinvest it all into expanding my business. So at the moment, I don't own a car or a house. I've come to this dating show today because I want to find a hardworking, ambitious, beautiful girl who isn't afraid of challenges to join me in building a future together." As soon as the female contestants heard he was a sheep farmer back home, 17 lights were immediately turned off. The man panicked a little. Then lady number 3 asked him, "You're still so young, why choose to raise sheep in the mountains? Was it because your family was poor and you didn't study, or was there another reason?" The man awkwardly replied, "Please don't look down on us sheep farmers. Every profession has its value. It requires expertise too. I was interested in this field, so I chose to work in it. Even graduates from top universities sometimes return home to start farming businesses. There shouldn't be distinctions of high or low between careers, just differences in division of labor. A graduate from a top school can either become a pillar of the nation or do the most ordinary work. Higher education should be about making contributions to society, not being arrogant." Lady number 3 coldly replied, "My goal in getting a good education was to marry a rich man. If I were to marry someone like you from the countryside, then what's the point of my education? I might as well have stayed home and slept instead of wasting everyone's resources going to a prestigious school." The man sighed helplessly. Having a good education is always beneficial. At the very least, it improves your qualities and broadens your horizons, rather than limiting you to this narrow dream of marrying rich. But lady number 3 scoffed. "I don't care what higher education means for others. For me, it's about marrying a rich man. If I marry into money, I'll never worry about food and clothing." The man asked sharply, "Then what's the value of your life? Did you study just for the sake of marrying a rich husband? The knowledge you gained hasn't helped you understand yourself or pursue self-growth. Instead, you're still clinging to that laughable dream of marrying a tycoon." Lady No. 3 snapped back, "Even if you make some money from sheep, so what? Do you think you have the right to lecture me? Let me tell you, men like you from the countryside are everywhere. Today I was in a decent mood and chatted with you a bit, but don't take yourself too seriously." The man calmly replied, "If you feel we're not suitable, you can turn off your light. But I really don't know what to say about your attitude just now." Lady number 3, without another word, turned off her light. Then, the glamorous lady number 24 spoke up. "I'm so beautiful and charming. Do you expect me to go home with you and help raise sheep with these delicate hands of mine?" She continued arrogantly, "My job is easy. I'm a senior massage therapist working in an air-conditioned room every day. With generous clients, I can get thousands in tips. How could I accept living among pigsties covered in those disgusting smells?" The man, looking helpless, said, "Everyone has their own type of work. Mine is raising sheep. I can't rely on others for everything. If I did, my farm would collapse sooner or later. Since you feel the gap between us is too big, please turn off your light." Lady No. 24 reluctantly turned off her light. Then lady number 13 asked, "Do you have any specific requirements for your future partner?" The man thought for a moment and said, "I hope to find a woman with both talent and virtue. In the past, I had good impressions of educated women. But what I've seen and heard today has completely changed my view. I only want a woman who is educated and thoughtful, not someone who hides behind her education but lacks self-awareness." Lady No. 13 sneered, "You're just a sheep farmer. Do you really think anyone would choose you? You reek of animals all the time and you dare to be picky about women. Know your place." She immediately turned off her light. At this point, another female contestant spoke up in defense of the man. "I grew up in the countryside too. I can do housework, wash clothes, and make beds. I really respect men who have principles." "I think you're admirable." The man nodded. "Practical women like you are rare these days. It's an honor to meet you." The woman smiled. "Thank you for the compliment." The man continued, "You're too modest. From your words and demeanor just now, I already find you very attractive. The woman replied, politeness is a basic principle of being human. Some people, due to their upbringing and education, naturally consider others' feelings. But some think just because they know a little more, they can act superior. That's why I admire you. Even though I'm still starting my career, I believe that when values align, there will be fewer conflicts. A marriage held together only by money won't last, and a relationship filled with constant arguments isn't something I'd ever accept. The man nodded in agreement. Exactly, I share your view of marriage. May I ask, what do you expect from your future partner? The woman politely replied, I hope to find a man who is filial to my parents. The man responded, being filial is my responsibility. It's not an extra burden. Now she was the last woman with her light still on. The host asked her, you're the final contestant with your light still on. Do you have anything you'd like to say to him? Shyly the woman said, my impression of him is very good. I'd like to hear his opinion. The host turned to the man who said directly, your values and character match mine. You are my ideal woman. He walked over, took her hand and said, thank you for understanding me. I'll work hard to make you the most beautiful sheep queen. Then holding her hand, he added, sorry, before coming on stage, I didn't reveal my true identity. I'm not just a sheep farmer. Raising sheep was only a small stepping stone when I started. Right now, my assets are worth 400 million yuan. With that, the two successfully left the stage hand in hand, while the women who had turned off their lights earlier looked utterly embarrassed.
这个时代大家就别想找真爱了啊，就是
In this era, people should stop thinking about finding true love. Honestly, there just aren't any normal people anymore. As soon as you open any kind of app, it's full of naked beauties, exposed curves, and of course there are handsome guys too. Even the people you see outside who look normal, well, everyone has something going on. How should I put it? The temptations in this era are just too many. It's not like the time of our parents when marriage meant you absolutely would never divorce, like even if the sky fell, divorce wasn't an option. But now, why is the divorce rate so high? Not only because people are becoming more aware, but also because men and women really are becoming more equal, since women are also making money now. The bigger problem is that there are fewer and fewer normal people in this era. Normal guys are rare and normal girls are rare too. I'm being serious here. I mean, I'm not a great person myself, but honestly, there are so many careless and shallow people nowadays. A guy can be trash, break up with you today, and by tomorrow someone new is already throwing themselves at him. And the same goes for women, break up today and tomorrow someone else is rushing in. It's too casual, really. If you think about it carefully, it's terrifying. The world has become awful. Spend more time on yourself, sisters. This way of thinking is just not quite right.